All right, we're back, you guys. Sorry about that. We had a brief little technical difficulty, but we are back. Um, Mr. Crush, as you were saying before, we had the little technical difficulties. I had asked you the difference in the Caucasian culture with rock versus our culture and African Americans with supporting legends and the forefathers of hip hop that started this.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's basically just music, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just added the way America has raised the
Oop, I think
hmm
you're freezing up a little there. You were breaking up.
Okay, they work on separation.
Mm-hmm.
They want us they want to keep us separated so we don't grow to don't get to learn each other's culture and they don't want to befriend in hip hop culture is about bringing all people together, not just black people, all
Mm-hmm.
together. I mean, we're all human beings. We're not black people. We're not white people. We're not yellow people. We're human beings.
Right. That is true.
But
Uh,
the separation game is so intact that brainwashing is like their greatest weapon against us.
mhm. I agree. I would have to agree with you on that. Let me ask you this. In your opinion, who is the most influential and successful artist in your genre and in your era?
But I mean, different people will say different things because of how they was raised. There's no one person greater than Kool Herc
Hmm.
because he's the starter. He's the person that put it in motion. So I always try to start with one.
Okay, I
If
can definitely see that.
the credit that you give me, you should be giving him, 10 times that.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't see how you step around one, two,
Right.
or three. I don't see how you step around one, two, or three. So I try to keep my respect in the right direction. You know,
Right. Definitely understand. Um, who was your first influence,
on what?
music wise, when you came into that made you want to come into the industry?
Well, I mean, when I first started dealing with music, I wasn't actually trying to get into the industry. I was just trying to play music.
Hmm.
Just trying. My mother had asked this older dude that she worked with to let me let me hang out with them, let me go to situations with them, and I became their little DJ. Um, this dude that lived in my the name McAdoo,
Hmm.
rest in. He used to take me with him. He DJ'd for this dude that called himself Doc Soul, and what do would Doc Soul would ride in the van. He would get all these parties, but he would ride in and drop sound off at different parties and just have DJs come in and play the party, and then he would pick up the sound at the end of the night.
Hmm.
And I thought that was something that I could do.
Hmm.
And then, which I do that now. I rent out sound systems and stuff like that. Um,
Right.
so it's a couple of people that help grow and show me ways of making your own money and understanding that you don't have to work for the man if you don't actually want to. It's
Right.
the ways to live if you want to live. Um, but they try to keep you underfoot and want to know every dollar and they want their cut and you know how you making you forcibly making somebody that make less than $60,000 a year pay taxes, but
Mhm.
letting these billionaires go without paying no tax.
True.
And this is why I live in two different Americas.
Mhm.
The rich
Very true.
and the poor, they really don't care about the poor.
No, not at all.
So
Not at all. Um, which ingredient do you think is most essential in your making of your sound when you and the Cold Crush Brothers would perform? What do you think that was the most important ingredient to y'all?
being real, being real and genuine. I
Mhm.
mean, we we live for the stage. We live to perform. We
Mhm.
live to bring joy into people's lives, even if it's just for half an hour. Um, we got to the same point as everybody else. We wanted to make a hit record. We want to make money and all
Mhm.
that. But our great thing is be on that stage. We're enjoying life. Hope people that's in the enjoying life with us at the same time. That's uh, being real and doing this hip hop thing as authentic as it can be.
Mhm.
A lot of people see us perform. How we we try to do it exactly doing it in the team in our team.
Mhm.
We write our we DJ. We DJ and them. So that's what it is. We don't put on a record rhyme over the record. We DJ and MC till the day. So,
Dope. Which emotion more than any other emotion currently or has dominated your sound and style?
um, right now I was taught to live a humble life. After
Mhm.
Bambada, Zulu Nation, Bam has always told us to be humble in
Mhm.
our life and to come back to us. Um, we'll grow with and that's what I try to live now. I've been in situations facing life in prison and all that. I've been there,
Mhm.
done that. It was all worthless, stupid. I got away from hip hop. I got in those street hard, and I almost lost my life. I almost been sitting in jail for the rest of my life. But I've been since '94 and been living a humble life, and try to help as much as I can, help the people, help the youth, help the community. But I'm only one man. We only one culture, and we fight
Right.
and we fighting a lot. We fighting a lot out there. Government, um, secret society,
Mhm.
uh, racism. Separation. Me and my family, we this year we spent a whole week doing the slave run. You know,
Okay.
we went from Connecticut to Selma.
Wow.
and we stopped at the Slave Museum, Equal Rights Museum, Martin Luther King House. My daughter just turned 18. My son is 30. We took them and we tried to show them what we've been through,
Right.
and it it took a lot out of and that's but if I if you could do it, I think everybody should do it. I think everybody should share that with their kids. You
Hmm.
know, for
How
me,
did
my
how did
daughter,
the kids take it?
um, it took a lot out of them. It took a lot out of them. I mean, even just we went to the Smithsonian.
Hmm.
I'm inducted in the Smithsonian.
Uh-huh.
For my kids to see me in the Smithsonian, it's like, okay, I'm in here, but look how much else is in here.
Right.
You know, people call me up, yo, you in the Smithsonian? Yeah, I know. I told you. Yeah, I didn't think. What do you didn't think? Why? I'm standing in front of my head, and people are walking around me, and they don't even realize it. And I'm saying I got like my exhibit is like a half a basketball court. It ain't just something tucked in the corner. It's a big exhibit,
Right.
and I'm standing right there, and I'm on video talking and everything, but they don't even realize it's me.
Wow.
But that's how detached we are. Because
Hmm.
everybody in the Smithsonian is probably dead already.
Wow. That's awesome. That's actually, I think more of us should actually go to that, take our kids to it, grandkids. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was an awesome trip, even though
It's
it's probably raining, but it was probably awesome as
it's
well.
it's a 2 day. I mean, to really look at everything and get a sense of what our ancestors went through and all that. It's like 2 days
Hmm.
worth of you actually, everything I read was separation, um, getting the weapons out of hands, breaking up the family. And I'm saying, why don't we get together and the class action suit and sue the government?
Right.
But then right there, reading right there that y'all kidnapped us, y'all separated us from our family. It's like from 18 something, the last known hanging in 1981, hanging, lynching, and nobody's prosecuted. Nobody.
Right.
How you got all these lynchings and nobody's been prosecuted? You got pictures of standing around people that's hanging in the tree. You can see their face. Why nobody's been prosecuted?
I mean, you know why. We all know why.
Yeah, but if we part of American society, we should be taken care of just like everybody else.
That's true. Very true.
You call us African American, where are America at? Every time we grow, you blow it up,
Yeah.
burn it down, and nobody gets prosecuted.
So, I mean, what do you think us as a people should do to maybe get some type of resolution and solution for that issue?
Us as people need to start talking to each other and stop talking to each other, not talking at each other.
Hmm.
Stop letting them get into our minds. Now, we intelligent people. We got lawyers. We got doctors. We got all we need to not separate, but to help them help us get some respect.
Hmm.
They make the laws,
Yeah.
and they supposed to make the laws for all Americans. just white American. It's all two colors, black and white. We human beings.
Yeah.
You'll take our organs, you'll take blood transfusion, you'll do all that, but you don't like us. Why? But you'll live off us.
Mhm.
How can you make another human being a slave and call him property? It's not like you own a horse. You can't own a horse. The horse can't answer you back. I can answer you back. That's the difference. A horse ain't gonna walk on two legs. Horse
Right.
walks on four legs. Is You can't get a horse race. Come on, it's like
Yeah.
it's differences there. So
Yeah.
how can your government allow somebody to own you when you're a human being?
Good question. $1 million question. I think we've all been wanting to get that answer to for I don't know how long.
Hey, listen, it's gonna be as long as we don't really push for an answer.
That's true.
It's got to be. It's got to be. I don't want to dwell on it because I started my head started running.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable. Let's move on from that. Let me ask you, what aspects of the music making process um excites you, and what discourage you from doing it?
Well, I mean, I don't get high. I don't drink. I stopped drinking at 17.
Mm-hmm.
Never smoked weed, cigarette, none of that. But when I'm putting a sound system together, I will get high.
Okay.
Um, During the show, I will get some kind of feeling like I'm high.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean the math math is in everything. So the math that's in music is so incredible. Um, if I get up tomorrow morning, got to do something music, I'm running it through my head. So by the time I get ready to do it, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 steps down that I know I have to put in place to make everything flow.
Right.
Um, when we started making records, they took us in the studio. They taught us how to make records.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think now the the younger people are not being taught how to make records. A lot of the records that's out are not danceable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when groups like the OJ, they made a
Uh-huh.
record called Message Music. A lot of the music back then messages in it, love, family, how
Mm-hmm.
important some things were in life.
Right.
Now it's being geared back to a next vibe.
Yeah.
Um, I was listening at an interview, and the dude he said when he meet girls, so he don't even ask them their name. He don't ask for their phone number. He said that's not my concern. That's all I want to do is hit it, and that's all. He don't even want to get to know.
No.
And
I mean, well, that goes along with, I mean, dating is out the window as far, I mean, dating, all of that is out the window. Nobody does that anymore.
yeah, but this is they don't do it because they are taught not to do it. That it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got daughters, you know, women are in control of that.
Mhm.
Women are in control of that. So if you're not teaching your daughter how to respect herself, all that goes out the window. All that goes out the window. I mean, if you do walk up to your hands hanging down, it's up to you to talk to them or not. So if a woman allows that, that's what she gonna get.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, I had a young lady. She started sending me videos of her dancing and stuff,
Uh
and I said, "Yo, what are you doing? You trying to sell me stuff?"
huh.
Oh no, don't look at it like that. Look at it as you helping me out. I said, I don't even know you.
Mm.
Then I said, well, how old are you? She said she was 19. I said, you my daughter age. Why? What are you doing? But she was persistent. She was persistent, like send me some money through Cash App. Like I don't know you. You might be a man. I don't know.
Lord.
But this is their new game on the media.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Backpage is closed down, so I mean, they got to use something.
But I mean, but this is like I tell my friend Stan Mason, Officer Stan. He's from Waco, Texas. He's
Mm.
retired police officer now. But
Uh-huh.
he has behind the blue curtains. He do it every Saturday behind the blue curtain
Uh-huh.
cast. Um we went I met him on on the media. We went down there, helped him, and it's like we gotta get the information out there. We gotta get people talking to each other again.
Yeah.
Um, I got two friends that retired as cops that was willing to speak against the blue curtain, whatever,
Uh-huh.
living in fear for their life, all that. And it's like we gotta wake people up to everybody think, oh, no dirty cops, and they don't want you to think dirty cops. Yes, it's dirty cops. It's everything got a positive and a negative way
Very
you pull
true.
that out. And you're not saying nothing wrong if you know this is a dirty cop and you point him out.
Right.
You're not doing nothing wrong because my friend, so Stan Mason do thing. He got Judge Joe Brown, so and he gets a lot of callers, and it's like okay, one person doing, but how many people know he's doing it?
Right.
Yeah, he got it following, but he don't have a mega church following.
Right.
It's like somebody know about it, but they can't that they know about it.
Mm.
This dude's been doing this for years. Behind the blue curtain, he telling you all they dirt. He putting it out there. He letting people come on and put it out, voice their opinion. And
Right.
he's not saying that cops are bad. What he's saying is some cops are not all cops. But if you stand and you see the next cop do something wrong and don't do nothing, how much better are you?
Yeah.
'Cause it's supposed to be protect and serve,
Right. That's what it's supposed to be, but
not how many times you gotta shoot the person? You gotta shoot this person 3 times. You shot him once, that wasn't enough.
Obviously.
So I mean, at that point of you shooting them, you was out of control.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem with that goes, they're not doing a lot of psychological background checks either when it comes
Listen,
to some of these cops. So,
listen. When you are telling certain people, you don't have to show that person any respect.
mhm,
You giving him the go ahead. You giving him the go ahead to do bill.
right.
You giving him permission.
This is true.
You giving him some thought of security. If you shoot that person, we got you. We got your back.
Right.
I mean, it's the white lady go to the man house. He's sitting on his couch eating ice cream. She shoot him, kill him.
Mhm.
She get 10 years.
Yeah.
Huh?
So, what do you think that is one maybe a suggestion that we could do to maybe try to fix this, or at least try to move in the right step?
I think it's at some point a lot of us start feeling like they better than us.
Mhm.
We might not say it. We might feel like they better than us. They deserve that privilege over us.
Mhm.
We just feel like, oh well, ain't nothing done anyway. No, ain't nothing gonna be done if you don't say something. If you don't get behind a person willing to say something. I appreciate the $1 million man march, but I never went because I never see no after act.
That that is a very good observation. Like we always see this year after year, but what do they do besides march?
Nothing. Not that I know of.
Uh
In 2001, we was invited to the United Nations to
huh.
sign a treaty
Uh
with
huh.
the USA to recognize hip hop as an actual culture.
Uh huh.
Don't I mean it's not like it's out there and people know that.
Right.
We know it. The people that was there,
Uh huh.
the delegates from countries that came there and stood in front of us, Cool Herc, KRS-One, me, Cass, Curtis Blow. We was
Right.
all in there, and they stood up in front of us and thanked us because hip hop saved their community in
Uh,
Africa, in Russia, wherever. They
yeah.
signed the treaty too. They signed the treaty too, along with us, to be recognized as a culture.
Mhm.
2005, hip hop inducted in Cornell University. The beginning of hip hop.
Yep.
Who actually know about it? Wasn't no big news break or whatever. The word ain't getting to our people not unless we tell one or two.
True.
Hip hop in the Smithsonian.
Uh huh.
I'm still living on the block, so to say.
Yeah.
You know, a
Yeah.
cat, a cat from the Bronx will get upset with me because I'm in the Smithsonian
Yeah.
instead of appreciating.
Right.
Because I didn't go in for myself. I went in for the culture. I went in for the Bronx. I'm representing the Bronx.
Right.
But he will be upset with me. But this is what we do. This is what we do to. This is what we taught to do to each other.
Yeah.
And you would think grown people in their 50s and stuff would be able to get away from that. Nope. Nope. And so what are we teaching our kids? What are we teaching our kids?
Yeah. It's
I,
just
I think I tell my friend, Stan Mason, all of them. I say it's so simple, but we look past it,
hmm
and it's so simple. As a kid, I broke tobacco. I worked in the tobacco field down south. I worked on the plant down south where the old white man question. When I say yes, he said, "You don't say yes to me. You say yes, sir, Mister Pobasser." And I looked at him, and my uncle jumped between us. Like my uncle started apologizing. Oh, he's from New York. Don't know. But I thought it was my uncle them land and stuff. I didn't know. I didn't realize I was working on the plantation, but I thought this was my uncle them.
right.
Right, I was from New York, but I learned a valuable lesson.
yeah.
Pay attention. If you see something, think about what you see
Uh-huh.
and try to get some understanding of who you're around. Son, we not blind here, we're blind here.
Yes.
Blind. And but this is how they got us. This is how they got us.
Yeah. Sad to
You know,
say.
and we had great leaders: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
hmm
Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad. We had great leaders that shared their thought and their vision with us in different ways.
Very true.
And yeah, you need everybody don't get it the same way.
Right.
Somebody once said to me, they said, Flavor is a fool. I said, yeah, he might be a fool, but his position, some people get some people get him, and who they need to get the message from.
Right.
Because whoever Chuck D ain't getting to, Flav might be getting to.
Right.
And don't take him acting like a fool as him actually is a fool, because I hear he got some degrees under his belt.
hmm
But that's the way he chooses to bring his message. And it's people that get his message that way. So I tell
Very true.
people all the time, listen, you're trying to be too intelligent about it. Don't be ashamed to say it plain and simple. Because sometimes when you're trying to be too intelligent about it, I hold you over a whole bunch of people's head.
Yup.
Keep it simple and just share the knowledge.
Right.
The fifth element of hip hop culture is knowledge. The everything else is just something you can do. The fifth element is knowledge. Don't be ashamed to learn. Don't be ashamed to teach.
Mhm.
If you're not teaching, you're not doing hip hop.
Right.
For real. For real.
That's facts.
We could talk about the parties and how the bill speakers back in the day, how we formed groups back in the day, early '70s. Before I started the Cold Crush, I was down with Brothers Disco, Breakout and Baron,
Mhm.
became the Funky Four, went to the Funky Four plus one. I
Right.
was I was part of the group when it was just KK Rockwell, and then we formed the Funky Four, and then
Mhm.
changed to Four plus one. But we had contracts. Everybody with us had to sign a contract, and you had a job to do in our group. But is that spoke on? No. And it's like, so when I broke up and started my group, the Cold Crush Brothers, I had a sense and an idea of how to put it together.
Uh huh.
And they would think, this is why big company society, they don't they like hip hop because they can make money from it. But they don't really understand it because it comes from the kids. It comes from the kids' heart.
Mhm.
We didn't do this to say, yeah, we're gonna make this money, we're gonna make this money. We said, yo, we're gonna enjoy life and try to help other people enjoy life. You got Zulu Nation over here, you got 5%ers over here, you
Uh
got
huh.
Israelites over here. Everybody trying to teach somebody else a different culture, a
Right.
different understanding of how the black man born and whatever. But they upset because it's something they can't really control. They upset when hip hop start getting so positive.
Uh huh.
They had to inject the virus into it. And that's gangster rap. They injected, bang. It was going positive, positive, it was growing. As soon as they inject gangster rap, boom, start coming back down. We love West Coast. We love the West Coast artists because they had their own style of life and all that, and they had to get it out somehow.
Mhm.
But then that's what big company ran with. That's what big company ran with because now it's like, okay, we got cats. We couldn't curse on the record. We start
Mhm.
making can't curse. They're not gonna play it on the air. None of that. I go to the West Coast and I'm listening to the radio and they cursing on the radio. Oh, yo, they cursing on the radio out here.
Yeah.
Now, but all the while we've been told we can't curse. We can't actually be as street as we were.
Right.
Clean up your act. But when you start growing in society, you're supposed to clean up your act.
Right.
That's what we was taught. Because they label you a wild dog. They don't want you around. Oh no, bring them through the back door. They're not civilized.
Mm.
I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of stuff. Right now, if I'm in a room and it's 100 people 50 years old, and I say, "Yo, why don't we just form together and start this start this company or anything positive?"
Right.
We got 100 people over 50. 20 of them is gone as soon as I said pull together.
Uh-huh.
20 of them ain't listening no more.
Uh-huh.
Why?
We condition that way.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that people in their 50s still ain't willing to build.
Yeah.
I sit down with 5 preachers and they say, explain hip hop to me. Now I say, you got 2 minutes? And as soon as I lay it out, they, oh, that's what it is? Yeah. Because they being misled. They looking at the it's the Jedi mind trick.
Uh-huh.
You looking over there when it's actually right here in front of you.
Right.
But they don't want you to they want you to keep looking over there. They want you to keep saying, oh, I don't want nothing to do with that. But they sending their kids to college off it.
This is true.
They sending their kids to college off it, but they telling our parents that it ain't no good.
Yeah.
And we keep falling for it. Keep falling for it. Multi trillions of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, what can we do? I mean, the most we can do is pass the knowledge on at this point. I mean, some of our people are so resistant to even the knowledge. So,
Hey, hey, Noah told people the rain was gonna come, and they didn't listen to him.
uh-huh.
Supposedly, supposedly,
Uh-huh.
it's like how many ways can I tell you? You see all these people get rich from it. You see Jay-Z become a billionaire off it. You see Russell Simmons become rich off it. You see P D, P Diddy, a bunch of cats, and you still think it ain't no good?
Right. I mean, that's just I get since the dawn of this whole culture started, rappers have always been looked at as negative. Hip hop culture period has been looked at as negative. So, they're gonna keep pushing that agenda.
Yeah, they go, and we gonna keep believing it.
Right.
They kids ain't believing it.
Right.
They kids ain't believing it,
Very true. Very
and
true.
their parents ain't believing it because they getting the money. They getting the money from. It.
Right.
Yeah, they'll give your kid $1 million. What if they giving your kid $1 million? How much are they making?
Right. Right. There you go.
They'll let somebody else's kid talk about your daughter, talk about your son in the worst way possible, while he got his kids safe at home.
Right. It's crazy.
Right? Yes, it's crazy. Yes, it is. It's crazy. And
What
then,
do you let
huh?
me ask you this real quick. So, when you mentioned Jay-Z, being a billionaire, looking back from when this whole hip hop culture started up into what you see it has grown into Now, are you proud of some of the people like Jay-Z and others like him that have built these huge empires?
When you build an empire and don't do nothing with it, what good is the empire?
Very true.
I mean, the Rockefellers built the empire.
Uh-huh.
Is it a good empire? It built on a lot of people's backs that ain't
Yeah,
that ain't that ain't reaping the awards. Every empire built ain't a good empire. It's good
that's
for somebody, but it ain't good for everybody.
true.
Just
So,
cause I live, just cause I live close to I-95, I don't live the I life. I want to live the we life.
right.
I want to live the we life.
So when Jay-Z made that major networking move as far as, dabbling into the whole football culture, especially when everything was going on with Kirkpatrick taking a knee and all of that stuff, do you think that he was making the right decision?
I mean, you make the right decision when it benefits you or when it benefits the whole.
Uh-huh.
That's what we gotta say. Is it just benefiting him or is it benefiting the whole? Because for yourself, they'll let one or two of us in.
Mm-hmm.
Would they let 20 of us in? Would they let
Right.
30 in? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, all that's their stuff. All those sports is their stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all right, Jay Z, you got 2%. You got 2% of the NFL. That's a lot for you. They ain't gonna let you get no more. When I said when when he had this stock in the Nets,
Uh-huh.
and then I heard he gonna sell his share.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yo, everybody in Brooklyn should have been putting their money together to buy his share.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the He had his share. He could have said, listen, this is what I want for it to his people, and sold his share to his people.
Yeah.
Did not give it back to them.
Good. Very good point. Very good
When
point.
when as a kid, I heard about the Green Bay Packers team
Uh-huh.
that their whole town or whatever where they
Uh-huh.
from owned the team
Uh-huh.
with shares. If something like that is going on, why is it so hard for other people to think they can't do that?
Well, we got a comment here. Warren Dudley said because black people don't support.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not, but just because they don't mean we have to keep saying it. Change the picture.
And I
Some
wouldn't I wouldn't say that all black people don't
No, no,
support.
no. What I'm saying, just if they don't, we don't have to keep saying it.
Yeah, we don't have to keep putting it out there to make
Yeah,
it a reality.
yeah. At some point, enough enough people gonna have to get together and say, okay, let's really look at this and put something in motion.
Uh huh.
All these GoFundMe and all this and that. Let's buy some. Let's pay into something that's gonna make a difference in the long run.
Right.
Let's stop talking about who's gonna support and find a situation to support.
Right.
That's gonna change the narrative. Gonna change the bottom line. Just cause Joe and somebody else don't support, don't mean I shouldn't support neither.
Right. That don't got. That's not stopping you from supporting.
Yeah, because Joe over there, I might have 10 people over here that wanna sit down and figure this out.
Right.
Everybody, everybody don't have the knowledge to say, okay, this is what I want to do. But you might have somebody with some money that want to do something but don't know what to do.
Right.
So then you break it down to him and help him understand what you're trying to do, and show him how we can do this.
Well, we got a response from Warren Dudley again. He said, we have to say it because we as black people see what's going on and still don't support.
Yeah, because ain't nobody willing to take the first step. I see we start sabotaging our own stuff. We start sabotaging our own stuff. Um, our wives, our kids,
Uh-huh.
start helping us because we do it with anger. We do it with anger. We don't do it with knowledge. You
Right.
know, but if you smart and you proud of being smart, you would be proud to figure out this and to bring it up front. But then when people bring it up front, then they get caught up with wanting to be pat on the back, wanting to be the great savior. Just do it, you
Right.
know.
I mean, that's just like when, we've had those breakout riots due to, some of these kids being shot down or men being gunned down. We tear our own damn neighborhood up. What is the point of I've never understood the point of that. Why are we tearing up our own CVS and Walgreens and all that other type of stuff?
The girl texted me and she said, "Yo, that's all y'all pioneers do is talk. That's all y'all do is talk." I said, "Listen, well, the next time you want to go to Walgreens and you go 2 blocks from your house and your Walgreens is burnt up, then you got to go across town to their Walgreens and take your money over there into their community. Think about what I think about what I'm saying to you.
Right.
Don't burn up your own. If you're not gonna go across town and burn down theirs, why burn down yours?
Right. I mean, it's just like, we complain about some of these consumers. Oh, they this is a racist ad, or they're being racist towards this set of people or these people over here, but yet y'all still give y'all money to them. What's the
I'm
point?
standing. I'm standing there at Chuck E. Cheese. No, not Chuck E. Cheese. Little Caesars.
Uh-huh.
I'm standing at the counter. Young dude, Albanian or something. He's talking to some customer, and he said, "Yo, I can only put these in the hood.
Uh-huh.
I can't, I can't. He can't put it in the suburb. He can only open up a Little Caesars in an area considered the hood
Uh-huh.
because it ain't real food.
Right.
They don't want you selling that to their kids."
Warren Dudley made another comment. He said somebody can take the lead and put it out there, but so many people's situations are not good, so a lot of people don't trust each other.
A lot of people don't know each other enough to trust them, but a lot of people are going off what somebody else said about you.
Mhm.
I'm watching face. I'm on the media, and I see people somebody talking about me, talking about I'm gay and stuff. That was knowledge to me. But I mean, come on, got you got sabotagers all over,
Yeah.
and you know why they trying to sabotage? They just got it in their mind that they don't like a person for and don't even understand why. Um, it's embedded, you know, and it comes to the top. This stuff is not just put in motion today. A lot of this stuff has been put in motion 20 years ago, 30
Uh-huh.
years ago.
Uh-huh.
They've been they've been pushing it, and a lot of us don't even realize we just doing what they put in play.
Right. We got another comment here. First shout out to Die For. He'll be on the show next Friday. But he has a comment here. He said the most racist thing you can tell me is to choose a side based on my skin color. What do you have to say to that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, but what's the side? What is what is the side? You know, like I said, their whole thing is separation.
Uh-huh.
You're it's separation. Free in the street. If you go to jail, it's separation. If you go in the army, it's separation. That's their whole thing. You know, because they got tiers. They got tiers. Upper class, you know, mid class, lower class.
Right.
And it's if you let that continue, it's gonna continue.
Right. I want
And
to piggyback off of what Dudley had said about somebody needs to take the lead. I mean, we always this is just something that my observation. We always look for someone else to take the lead. Why can't we be the ones to take the lead? That's just my thought.
because like I mean with the presidency, they change the person, they don't change the policies.
Right. They changed the face of the campaign basically.
Yeah. And it's still the same thing. And from the time I was in my teens till now, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
And you know, soon as soon as somebody hears somebody explaining and putting things out there, they start coming with what somebody need to take the lead and all this and that. A couple of people are taking the lead and they being ignored
That is very true. Very true.
because a lot of us are paying more attention to what Donald Trump is saying over what Farrakhan is saying. And ain't nobody, only certain people getting behind what Farrakhan is saying. And he might be dead on.
Okay, Mr. Dudley comment again. He said, listen, we need to start educating ourselves on what they are doing to us. The police are killing us. Doctors, hospitals, the food, and why can't we see what they're doing to us?
It ain't it's seeing what they're doing and understanding what you could do to combat that. But we have put so much into their hands. They control the food. We don't know what we eating. They control everything.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, they could be slowly poisoning us and all this and that. Yes. But we don't have no control over that.
I mean, we
Because
do kind of have a control over it as far as the food goes. I mean, you can start growing your own food.
yeah,
Really?
you can start growing, but you ain't gonna grow enough to feed everybody. You might grow enough to feed your people.
Right. But a
But
start is a start. You got to look at it that way. A
yeah,
start is a
hard
start.
is hard. But like I said, if I'm in the room with 100 people my age, and I'm saying, "Yo, everybody, let's let's figure out a way to build our money and start buying up land so we can farm our lands
Uh huh.
and feed our people." It ain't gonna work.
Well, I got
It
another
ain't gonna
comment
work.
here.
For,
Got another comment here for you. He said, we need more black people at city hall meetings. We need more action. We've been sitting around talking since we got freed from slavery.
are we free? Have we ever been free from slavery?
There you go.
Uh, Are we actually free from slavery? But I mean, yeah, we need more people, like-minded people. It ain't got to just be black people. But now we start separating. We start getting caught up in the separation bag, and they use and they masters of using that against us. So we can't really use the black card like that because they masters of using that against us. We just gotta focus on being human beings and wanting to do the right thing for human beings, not for black people, for human beings. Get away from the separation thing. The only separation there is female and male. And that ain't even 100% no more.
Yeah.
Because because they even messing that up. Having, people not sure of their gender and all this and that.
Uh huh.
I mean, we need to stop, break break situations down as far as we can break it down and start rebuilding. That's what we need to do.
Got another comment for you. Slavery is a mindset. We got to stop talking about what they did and doing. We need to start doing for ourselves.
Ooh, listen, mindset ain't never had a chain around your neck. Slavery was real. It may be different now, but you can't tell our ancestors that it was a mindset.
Right. I mean, a lot. You know what's crazy about it though? A lot of our people today are so loose lipped to say that, oh, it's a mindset or this that about slavery, but the reality is none of us have went through it. I can't say I had no damn chain around my damn neck or feet
Yeah.
or anything of that nature. But however, my ancestors have. We don't
Listen,
know what the mentality was back then.
listen. I had. I'm talking about modern day when I was locked up. I had shackles on my hands and feet around my waist.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how anybody when you go through something and you don't learn from it and you keep doing it over and over again. I don't know how anybody can keep going back and forth to jail. That's all it took one time for me. That was enough. But if you keep going back, back and back, you only working with them.
Right. We got a
You,
lot of more comments here. Um, he says we need more black owned companies. We need our own hospitals. We need our own schools. We need more own grocery stores. I mean, we have that. We have that, to be honest with you, and a lot of our people don't support him. We would rather give our money to everything but our people, to be honest with you guys.
listen, and this is what happens. People start picking at the not the wrong things, but they start picking at the common things.
Uh huh.
When somebody got a small business, they small businesses to take care of their family. Their small business ain't to take care of the whole. We got to start when you start a small business. Elevation is supposed to be your drive to grow, to get bigger. That's what their drive is. Their drive is to take it from one taxi to two taxi to three taxis to 100 taxis. Not just be satisfied with the one or two taxis. And a lot of people are looking for, oh, I'm a raise up.
Uh huh.
Not I'm gonna raise up my people. Yeah, we got millionaires that could come back to the hood and say, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Uh huh.
But they don't do it because the people that they come back to ain't they not gonna respect them. They're not gonna be respect what they come back to do for them. If Jay Z went in Marcy Projects and say, "Yeah, listen, I'm gonna put all of y'all up. I'm gonna tear Marcy Project down, and I'm gonna rebuild it back up." You know what the people gonna do? They gonna come to a new home and treat it just like the old home, maybe worse.
I want to get your input on this comment right here. He says the new modern day slavery is bad credit. As long as you don't have credit, you never own anything.
Yeah, yeah, but it ain't the new. It's been there. Redlining, all that, been there. They've been using that against us since the 70s.
Yeah. He also goes
But,
on to say
but
that
still, but we still be going to it though.
yeah. He also goes on to say that Black Friday You give the government $11 billion a year. With that kind of money, we can change the ghetto.
Is that a lot of money? Is that enough money to change the ghetto?
Think
I
we might.
actually don't. I actually think it wouldn't even cost a penny to change the ghetto. That's all you have to do is change your attitude and your way of thinking and living.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Uh-huh.
think it, I don't think it costs that. We started a whole culture with no money.
I mean, for one, we could stop pissing in our damn staircases and lobbies and all that type of shit. That's for one. Stop doing that type of stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We conditioned to do it to ourselves after a while. And to think that we need the money to change. We don't need the money to change. We just need to change our attitude and our way of thinking. And the fifth element is knowledge of self. It ain't knowledge of them, it's knowledge of self. Think about who you want to be and work at it. If I
I
want to
mean,
treat if I want to treat my wife like a queen and I do for her, but no, but I'm looking for her to do for me
yeah,
like I'm trying to do for her.
right. I mean,
And
I think
that's that and
we
that
all pretty much are saying the basic same thing in different ways, from what I'm
yeah,
gathering here.
yeah. I mean, it's like you could do a whole lot more with nothing than you can do with a whole lot of money because a whole lot of money just distorts the whole picture.
I think what it is that there's a lot of us that want to make that change, that want to turn things around, but we have been conditioned so bad to the point that we're so against each other. I think we don't even know where the hell to start at anymore. We
No,
arguing about where to start at.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, my friend, a couple of years younger than me, he got $5,000.
Uh-huh.
Yo, I want to get a car. I want to get a car. I said, yo, take that $5,000, buy your used car, pay the insurance on it. You ain't got no payments.
Uh-huh.
No, I want a brand new car. I want a brand new car. So the dude gassed him up. Yo, put you in this new car. He put the 5,000 down on it and couldn't pay a car note. Had the car for 2 months. They repoed it.
Uh-huh.
Then he said, "Yo, I should have listened. I should have just went and bought a used car. I wouldn't have had no payments. That's all I had to worry about was paying insurance." But I couldn't tell him no different when he had that because the money was he listening to the money.
Got another comment here for you. The comment is it starts from home, not with us.
Yeah, it might start from home, but home done changed so much. My mother was from the South. My wife is from Jamaica, two different cultures.
Uh-huh.
My kids is confused. My kids is confused to the point they torn between the Jamaican culture and the Southern culture. I mean, it's not hard, it's not easy growing up,
Yeah.
and it's not it's not it's not easy growing up when you live in situations that you don't know if you can make it back home 8 hours going to school, not going to a job, going to school.
Right.
I was at the thing, supposed to be grown people talking. So they said, well, if some an adult see your kid doing something in the street, would you be upset if they chastise your kid? And the woman said, Emma better not put hands on my kid. And I'm saying, yo, long as they do it as an adult with adult sense of mind, because I'd rather walk up and somebody say, well, yeah, I intervened and I was the adult there controlling what was going on,
Uh huh.
instead of the police telling me, yo, we had to shoot your kid. I'd rather somebody adult step in than the police kill my kid or the mess.
Uh huh.
But this is what people don't want you to. They want you to step in, but they don't want you to step in. You can't have it both ways.
Right. Well, one thing is for sure. This conversation can go on for
Yeah,
ever because there's so many different views from within our community on how to start it, why we should do this or why we shouldn't do that. I mean, one thing we need to have if anything, we need to find a common middle ground and just go ahead and do what we need to do to turn it around. Like at this point, all the back and forth, it's
but
ridiculous.
it's gonna always be that with the Zulu Nation every November for the last 30 something years, 40 something years. We had Zulu Nation anniversary on that Sunday. We have meeting of the minds, and we
Uh
invite you to come to like a town hall and voice what's going on in your community. How can it work, and how can you work on it working, and try to get the stimulation, and getting people to understand, like, yo, this person over here is thinking like you. So why not y'all try to build a bond to think together?
huh. Right.
This thing right here, it's good and it's bad, but it gives you opportunity. The good part about it gives you opportunity, so somebody in another country, in another state, can hear what you thinking and how you feel.
Uh huh.
It's peace, love, and fun. It's a big part of hip culture.
Right.
But the biggest part is knowledge. Learn as much as you can. Share. You know, each one teach one. You know, our women got to stop. Turning on the men, and the men got to stop turning on the women. I mean, all these people, all missing like girls and sex trafficking. I think that's the most despicable thing out. I think everybody that gets caught sex trafficking should just automatically get life in prison.
Yeah. But it's a bit. But listen, they won't because first of all, it's $1 billion business, and our government is in on it.
You're right. You right. but they protecting theirs.
Of course.
They protecting theirs. I mean, it's messed up, but like I said, the culture of hip hop is about trying to make a difference, trying to make a difference. And
Right.
I appreciate all the comments, and you know some of the stuff I heard, it's registering, and I hope some of the stuff I said is registering with other people.
Right.
I'm Tony Crush all day long, Tony Crush on Facebook, wherever. And I don't hide. I'm here, you know,
Right.
because I want people to understand. Listen, the more hands I hold, hopefully, is the more I can do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mr. Crush, let me first off thank you for even taking the time to bless the culture with your presence, your knowledge, and everything that you have stated here tonight. I mean, it was an awesome message you gave, and I'm pretty sure if you didn't reach everybody, you may have reached maybe one or two people. Who knows? This is what this platform is for. So thank you.
Yeah, but and I thank you for asking me to be on it. But it's like I say, I stopped trying to think that I'm a black man, and I try to think more of me being a human being than me being a black person. Because once they get you thinking one way, they winning. They winning. You're a human being before you're a black person.
Good point. Mr. Crush, did you want to give any shout outs to any family members or people?
Hey, listen, a shout out to all my people. All my people. As long as you're a female, as long as you're a male, I don't care what color you is. Peace and love, blessings, hotep, all that. Hip hop culture is what I'm repping hip hop culture. I'm not even repping me. I'm repping hip hop culture to the fullest. And I want people to understand, stop with this separation. Stop with the separation. Say hello, morning, goodbye. Stop mean mugging and feeling. You got to share. You got to share the love to get the love back.
Right. Well, I know that's right. Well, Mr. Crush, it was lovely having you as a guest, and hopefully in the near future we'll have you back, and maybe you bring us some more knowledge.
Hey, I'm here.
I know that's right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. I will see you guys Friday. We have artists to die for from the Cali area, so we're going a crossover and going over to the west side, y'all.
All
So
right,
y'all
all
come
right.
back Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time to die for, and then after that, we got one more episode, the Christmas episode, and as y'all can see, very very special guest from the '90s, Positive K. So we will see y'all then. Y'all have a blessed
Hey,
night.
tell my nephew I said what's up when he get up there.
All right, I sure will.
All right.